Well, it is exactly 9 p.m. East African time. A very good evening to you, wherever you're watching us from, and welcome to Hope TV Newswatch. On this 14th day of October 2025, my name is Kennedy Kimani, and Boniface Murithi is on the sign language interpretation tonight. Now, tempers flared in Parliament as Kitutu Chache MP Anthony Kibagendi and Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale clashed during a Health Committee session. Kibagendi accused CS Duale of disrespecting members of Parliament and undermining the committee's work. However, the CS hit back, saying the MP had no business being on the committee, citing a conflict of interest and claims he's trying to derail the Social Health Authority.
You are being out of order. You are close to order. We will not have hospital. I have no hospital. We are anywhere. We will charge you the strategy you used to try and hide. We will charge you. You need to answer. Charge me. I will answer me. You cannot. We are not your children. Let me take this. No, we will not allow you. Just because you are the president. You are the expression. We will not allow you. You are not extraordinary. Kibagendi, you are out of order. I'm not the You and your friends are out of order. We have closed the office where I don't own a hospital. And if possible, we will charge you in a court of law. You can charge me. You can charge. I don't own a hospital. You are the people stealing from Shah. You and your friends. Bring your impeachment. You are saying you expect to bring your impeachment. Just because we're asking you questions. We'll ask Honorable Kibagendi to actually stop. We will not allow you to intimidate. Honorable nonsense. We have closed two of your hospitals and we will close more. Honorable Kibagendi. We have closed two of your hospitals and we will close the third one. I don't own a hospital anywhere. Honorable Kibagendi, the third one. Please. This is nonsense. Honorable Kibagendi, you can't allow a hostile witness to come here. The chair, I'm chairing this, and I asked you. You are not chairing. He's the one who is chairing. No. He's telling you what to do. No. It is true. You are intimidated by this man. No. Just because he's a president, Kenyans needs to know. Duale is messing up health. We are going to. We have called. Where is the vice chair? Are you going to your place? Where the vice chair is of order? You are bitter. We will not allow you. You are bitter, but we will close hospitals. I don't own a hospital. You are bitter. That is the strategy we are trying to use. We will to silence us.
The drama we've witnessed today. Anyway, moving on swiftly, President William Ruto has praised the Kenya Defence Forces for safeguarding the nation's borders and driving development. Speaking at the 2025 KDF Day celebrations in Eldoret, the head of state described soldiers as the living shield of our sovereignty and outlined government plans to improve welfare, training, equipment, and physiological support for troops.
Today's celebrations, guided by the theme Enhancing a Soldier-Centric Approach Towards Mission Readiness for National Security and Development, comes at a defining moment, capturing both the spirit of our times and the enduring call to place the soldier at the heart of our national security and development agenda. We are reminded that the true heart of our national defense lies not only in our weapons or technology, vital though they are, but in the courage, welfare, and the unwavering readiness of the Kenyan soldier. It is the soldier who stands as the living shield of our sovereignty, the steadfast pillar upon which our security progress and national destiny are built. At the core of our celebration today, ladies and gentlemen, is the recognition of the immense sacrifices made by our soldiers. Every soldier who dons the Kenyan uniform carries the hopes, safety, and dignity of millions of our citizens.
The lecturers' strike is now headed back to court after talks between the government and the university's academic staff union collapsed. Mediation efforts failed on Monday, forcing the 4-week-long standoff over 7.9 billion shillings in unpaid dues and stall CBA talks into legal territory. Learning remains paralyzed in public universities and pressure is mounting as students threaten to join the strike.
Establish what has been paid from the data that has been submitted by the universities. From that, we shall establish what is outstanding to the lecturers and other non-teaching staff. Then we shall enter into agreement of how that will be sorted out. So there's no hardline stance. This is about negotiations. But if anyone is doing something that is illegal, then the law sets in.
When did they realize that their figures are wrong? That now they are requesting finance officers and vice chancellors to give them accurate data by end of business today. Who is confused now?
The ministry.
Who is confused?
The ministry.
Tumewashika.
Now, still matters education and the lecturer strike, and church leaders in Bungoma County are calling on President William Ruto to step in and end the ongoing lecturer strike. Archbishop Emmanuel Masikini says the industrial action has disrupted learning and delayed graduations, especially for medical students who are urgently needed in hospitals.
Ulisa tu serikali ifanye tu piti licha kuwa na matatizo ya kiuchumi, lakini ione wameelewana, alafu itoe fedha malecturers warudi shule na wanafunzi wasikufe moyo, waendelee na masomo kwa njia ya kuwa na imani.
What I will suggest is, be it the president, be it the financial, whoever that is in charge of dealing with financial crisis when it comes to payment, kindly look after our lecturers. These people are very essential to our duties. They are very essentials in our life. They are very essential when it comes to our academics. So what I can address the government is, try at your best level. You know, I know as an office, the president's office, you've got a lot to handle, a lot to curb, but also look at the welfare of the academic or the welfare of the country's academic.
On to some politics now, and former Marakwet East Member of Parliament Lina Jebi Kilimo has defected from the Jubilee Party and joined the ruling UDA party. Speaking during her official reception by UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar in Eldoret Town, the former cabinet minister said the decision to join UDA was made after a thorough consultation with her family and community. Now, as the long holidays near, girls in West Pokot County are being urged to stay alert against forced FGM and early marriages. Kipkomo Deputy County Commissioner Sheila Imbaga says many school girls are married off during the break and some even trafficked to Uganda. Rescue centers and anti-FGM activities are mentoring and empowering vulnerable girls with life skills, education, and training to help them resist harmful practices and secure their futures.
Kacheliba huko tunasikia early marriages, forced marriages, tunasikia bado kuna FGM. So hizo ni mambo ambazo sasa tunataka tupigane nazo. Sisi hapa we can say we are safe, but after school where do you head? Labda wengine wenyu mnatoka Lemut, wengine wenyu mnatoka huko Kacheliba. At the end of it all, you have to take care of yourself, si ndio? Naambianga kila wakati, be your sister's keeper. Be your sister's keeper. Wakati mnaenda nyumbani, tuachane na maneno ya sleepover, si ndio? Sleepovers mnazijua? Ukikuwa nyumbani December, saidia mzazi. Kuwa discipline. Fanya kile mzazi anakuambia. Hiyo maneno sijui naenda sleepover, sijui nini, at the end of the day tukifungua January, now we found those early pregnancies ambayo inakatisha maisha yako, si ndio?
Crossing borders now, and Madagascar's President Andry Rajoelina has dissolved the National Assembly in a surprise decree aiming to block an impeachment attempt by the opposition. The move follows weeks of youth-led protest over poverty, blackouts and corruption, tensions now spilling into the military, with the key army unit turning against him. Rajoelina has since gone into hiding, claiming threats to his life, but his whereabouts remain unknown. Quite an unfortunate incident happening to the island of Madagascar. While it's exactly 11 minutes past the top of the hour, time now for a short break, but immediately after, I'll be back with their business and sports news. Stick around.
Hi, my name is Sharon Aitore Wangenya. Thank you so much for being one of our viewers. We truly honor you and appreciate you. We'd love to know how you're receiving us, how your reception is in terms of the quality of the video and the audio as well. So please scan this QR code and give us your feedback. Thank you and God bless you.
Going back to the heart of worship.
Whether up the mountain or down the valley, we were created to worship God.
Enjoy carefully selected worship music every Wednesday all day long.
Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Take it a notch higher with more worship music.
Every Wednesday
is Worship Wednesday.
Only on Hope FM. Listen and live.
We have no means and no ways in our own capacity or knowledge to bring someone to Christ. This is the perfect plan of God, to bring us to maturity and to become spiritual people that would stand against the attacks of the enemy, the wiles of the enemy, and stood against persecution, opposition, and continue and finish the race. In the same situation, we have to find out what Jesus taught, and whatever is being said, we are not going to run away from what Jesus said.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back. You're watching Hope TV Newswatch, and thank you so much for staying with us. Now let's get down to business. And Kenya Power and Lighting Company is losing about 6 billion shillings every year. due to power losses, both technical and commercial. Appearing before a parliamentary committee, KPLC said aging infrastructure and issues like electricity theft have pushed overall losses to around 22%. Lawmakers are now urging the government to fast-track stall transmission projects to help ease the burden on consumers. Africa's digital marketplace for construction materials, Jumba, has launched the Jumba app to simplify billing in the country. The app helps users find fair prices, trusted suppliers, and reliable deliveries all in one place. Currently serving Nairobi, Jumba plans to expand nationwide, aiming to transform the construction industry.
Jumba is here to use technology to change the way construction supply chain is done in Africa, and particularly in Kenya, both for cities and rural areas. We have been in operation as a B2B, working with hardware stores, working with manufacturers and distributors of construction materials, not only in Nairobi. We have had presence in 40 of the 47 counties in Kenya. So starting on B2C to the home builder, developer or contractor, we're starting in the greater Nairobi region, but with clear plans and timelines to be able to go all the way to the rural areas. Because our last 3 years have taught us construction doesn't only happen in the cities, it also happens in the rural areas.
We are really excited for this day as Blue Nile. For Jumba, we just say congratulations, they've been our partners. And now that we are partners, we know that the Kifaru brand will go beyond levels that we never imagined. We're excited to partner with Jumba Technology, who is our key dealer, supplying them with our quality and low VOC healthy paints with the correct pricing. We're excited that this technology will help us reach more customers, and our products will be appreciated even better.
Moving on swiftly, and Africa's innovation leaders have converged in Nairobi as AfriLabs hosts its 10th annual gathering at the UN offices in Gigiri, bringing together over 1,000 innovators, policymakers, and investors from more than 50 countries. A high-level press briefing and major MOU signings have unveiled key collaborations in AI, climate innovation, entrepreneurship, and the creative economy, with the UNDP, Afreximbank, Timbuktu, Konza Technopolis, and the Kenyan government signaling Africa's next phase of tech-driven growth.
Our major job is to create a thriving digital economy. To create a thriving digital economy, you need policies that actually allow for this to happen. So AfriLabs is actively, daily involved in policy advisory, policy advocacy. Most of the startup bills you know and have seen across the continent are direct work of AfriLabs pushing alongside other major stakeholders to get those bills passed. We've been part of many ministerial roundtables. We hosted one here today, and we'll be sharing the insights with that, from that with our community as well as, the world at large. But policy is a huge...
As policy, partnerships, and technology. And what we're doing is building platforms to outlive physical gatherings, right? We were able to aggregate the entire continent through the network. So we are in 53 countries, we have 528 hubs in 225 cities. And we know that we meet once a year, but it's not enough. So we've built our own connecting platform, our own version of LinkedIn. We built it 2 years ago on beta. We've run it with about 7,000 people, and now tomorrow at day 2, I'll be launching the final product, which comes with an app, comes with a deal room, and all the support Africans need.
I'm humbled to be invited to the United Nations headquarters here in Gigiri to showcase its various systems. Murang'a has digitized revenue, making county-owned source revenue to move from 400 million per annum on average to 1.3 billion in 2 years, enabling us to have a digital wallet for subsidies for mango and milk farmers.
Right, and to some sporting action now. Home favourite John Legirma fired a superb 6 under par 66 at the Royal Nairobi Golf Club to grab a 4-shot lead heading into the final round of the Sunshine Tour's East Africa swing. Legirma sits at 8 under overall, with Windsors Njoroge Kifugu and Rizwan Charania in pursuit. 30 players made the cut to battle for a 2 million shillings prize purse on Wednesday. And finally, the Harambee Starlets are stepping up preparations ahead of their 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against the Gambia. The first leg takes place on October 24th at the Nyayo National Stadium, with coach Beldine Odemba naming a provisional 38-player squad. Players Charlene Opisa and Faith Mboya have shared the excitement and ambitions ahead of their crucial clash.
Kiwa hapa under 20 competition ilikuwa juu, but venye nimefurahia sana juu ni opportunity kubwa kwangu kuingia senior team, na nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu training iko juu na kila mtu ana give in the best because tunataka to win Gambia at home and away.
Mimi naweza sema tu nimelearn vitu vingi kwa makochari wengine. Tunaendelea ku learn more kutoka kwao. Kama session imekuwa tough, tunainuana kuambiana unaweza.
Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time to watch Hope TV Newswatch. We really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the amazing team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kimani, and Boniface Murithi has been our sign language interpreter.